Yo, what is going on, my husbandos and waifus? My name is HERMSAUR, and welcome to another review for you guys. Today we're going to talk about Black Clover, episode 43. Now, I didn't do a review last week. I kind of took like a break, literally all of last week, except when the manga came out. But I feel like it was good that I kind of skipped out on the last episode and brought into this episode. I felt like the episode prior of them entering the water temple, there wasn't much to say about it except they were finally getting introduced to the challenge where they go into this temple and they fight 7 of the other, is it 7? Or no, it's 9, right? It's 9 other people. I find this arc and what we're approaching right now, especially at the end of this last episode, is the reason why this is my favorite arc. And I just, oh my god, I just can't wait. I mean, looking at all of the fights that already happened, it seems like, and of course it is, that the Black Bulls are very, very overpowered. They're strong, and it also seems like in other worlds, because I consider the water temple like another world separate from up above, because still Black Clover has such a long way to go in the manga that it's such a large place and only people know of certain things. In terms of the Black Bulls, they are always looked at as the weakest and the ruffians, people that people don't actually trust the Black Bulls because of their rank, their status, the rumors that are heard about them, but they especially do not have a rank because they haven't really completed enough missions until, of course, Asta came through. They were like negative stars for a long time until Asta came into the picture with Noelle and they started doing the work and started getting the Black Bulls to positive. Now, in terms of the water temple, when they heard of the Black Bulls, they're like, oh, they must be the weakest ones in the group, and they're judging everyone based off of how they look. For example, when they look at Luck, when you look at Luck, you're like, oh, he's just a kid. What can he do? Magna, Asta, Luck, Vanessa immediately bodied their opponents. They definitely won. I felt like Charmy could have beat Kahono, but then she kind of cheated because she used a lullaby to put him to sleep, and that counts as a KO. That's kind of cheating. That's hella cheating. That's not fair. The only reason why Noelle was able to defend against that because she used the Dragon's Lair shield around her to protect herself. But I feel like being KO, that's not fair. And of course, we see Gray turned into a crab and just disappeared. And Finral running away. Oh, also, Gauche defeated his opponent very, very quickly. So, we're already seeing that the Black Bulls are already stacked. And people looking at Asta, because they're usually, with people who have mana or magic in general, they're able to sense the other person's magic if they have any at all. Of course, Asta being looked at as, oh, he's the one that doesn't have any magic. We could immediately body him. The only person that didn't seem to take him lightly, of course, I forgot what his name. I need to look because, and I've been doing this a lot lately because, if I don't remember the name, it honestly really, really bothers me. Kyoto. Kyoto is his name. Oh, there you go. But he's the only one that seems to not take Asta lightly because he knows about Asta's magic sword, and he realizes that pairing an actual sword versus Asta's sword makes Asta's sword look pretty dull. And considering that he's a dancer, and I'm like, man, power to the dancers, because you guys know I'm a b-boy, and how he moves with this dance. And usually when people add like dance, usually from whatever I see, whatever series I see, and they're a dancer mixing it up with their sword style, they kind of become like very hard to read and they're really hard to fight. Though Asta realizes that, and that's one thing really good about Asta. Though he has ki and he has no magic power, but he has an anti-magic sword to be able to deflect or cut through magic. One of his strengths, besides his physique, is of course being able to adapt to the situation. Asta is a really, really bulky person with mad defense, if we're going to talk about it in technical terms. He probably has like 69 defense, his attack's like 50, you know. His defense being one of the highest, because he's super bulky. He's like a Chansey. Inner Poketuber, I swear to God. Since Asta has a lot of physical strength, where he can be bulky and like a shield, he's able to adapt to the situation and has more time to read through it. Unlike most people like Yami can read through the situation immediately. All Asta has to do though is calm down, read the key, and kind of mimic whatever they're doing just so he could be able to cut through it. And we see like right when the last attack that Kyoto did on Asta was able to dodge it and attack back and knock back the sword. So it was very interesting to see, and we know Asta's Asta. He is really good at adapting to the situation and being able to fight back. Now, at the very end is where I was really, really hyped. Unfortunately, and I'm kind of disappointed, I don't remember much about it from the manga, but we see that one of the Midnight Eyes has crashed into the water temple and destroyed the son of the high priest. And the high priest, by the way, I didn't really mention the high priest. The high priest is like hella weird. When the son of the high priest got bodied just because he got crashed down upon, I wanted to see more of what he can do. We didn't really get to see all he can do except a water hammer and a water shield. I believe he's probably going to be able to fight for a little bit because he's technically one of the strongest. But I know for sure that Magna and Asta are definitely going to go in on this guy. But will they be able to? Because I believe this is the first time that anyone except Asta and Yami, and of course the other Magic Knight captains, have been able to fight one of these guys. So yeah, we'll only be able to tell in the next episode. I was saying this in my live stream, that one thing that Black Clover does is usually we're at a point where we're left in a cliffhanger, but we're continuously put into a cliffhanger, or they leave us into like a question and then it gets resolved, but then we're in another cliffhanger that is more of a cliffhanger than the previous cliffhanger. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but it kind of makes sense to me. I don't know. Well, and you know, that's a typical shonen thing to do, kind of just prolonging the cliffhanger and just continuously going on. Like, I feel like this fight will probably be like another 3-4 episodes. Only time will tell, but I'm very excited to see this fight, because this fight between, I forgot what this guy's name, but he's from the Midnight Eye, versus everyone in the Black Bulls, and they have to work together. This is like my favorite, one of my favorite fights. Reading it in the manga, I was screaming like a little bitch because it was fucking amazing. But anyways, guys, that is my review for Black Clover. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like for me, because that would help me a lot. More so, I was just talking and rambling about the episode because this episode was still good. There was a lot of action, and I like the fact that the Black Bulls are actually coming together and fighting. That we're seeing all of the Black Bulls fight, and that's amazing. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Charmy fight, and Gray is turned into a crap, and Gordon's left behind. Poor Gordon, dude. Oh, a real quick note is that when Gray turned into Gordon and was flirting with the girls, and then Finral was like, what the heck, why turn into Gordon, and why are you getting all the girls? I love that scene a lot. But other than that, poor Gordon, man, my boy was left behind. He just wanted to go to the beach with his friends, man. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more Black Clover reviews and live reaction read-throughs, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.